Summer makes you want to eat a little lighter. Ghost, what you doing? Just a cat in his box. Summer makes you want to eat a little lighter, maybe a little healthier. Having it be 100 degrees outside and being too full is not fun. I've done the research, but that doesn't mean you have to eat like a rabbit either. You can have a whole meal, a good meal, and be completely satisfied. I've done the research. Grilled chicken Caesar salad. Yes? Anyway, it's not just any grilled chicken Caesar salad. We're gonna be grilling the chicken. We're gonna be grilling the lettuce, making our own dressing, and making homemade croutons. Still with me? Get excited. Let's do this. First, the dressing. I am not an egg Caesar salad person, at home at least. I've tried it and it doesn't work for me. So mayonnaise all the way on this one. Into my food processor, I'm going to put about a cup of mayo, 2 cloves of garlic, about a teaspoon or so of Dijon mustard, a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a teaspoon or so of anchovy paste, half a lemon juiced, a couple of tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper to taste. Now we have to get all this combined, so blitz it up. Once you've got this all pretty much well combined, we're going to start adding some olive oil. I'm going to start with about 1/4 of a cup. After that, check the consistency. If you want it thinner, add some more olive oil. If it's all good, stop. And if you're mixing this by hand, drizzle it slowly into your bowl while you whisk. I'm going to check this. This is good for me. It's like a nice thick dressing. If you are satisfied with it at this time, test for seasoning, add whatever you need to, set it aside. Next are the croutons. You want a good loaf of crusty bread, but soft on the inside. I'm using the king of breads, a sourdough loaf. You're going to just cut this into your desired size for your crouton and set aside. Croutons. Over to the stove. We're going to use a large skillet, put it to medium high, cover the bottom with olive oil. We're going to wait until this heats up and then we're good to go. We are going to wait until this comes up to a quite high temperature before we put the bread in. If you put the bread into colder oil, it's not going to be a good time. It's going to soak up all that oil and you'll just be eating oily bread. It won't be good. So wait until this is hot, then add the bread. Going to check if the oil's ready. Just put like a little corner. That's what you want, that sizzle. Before, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit to like a medium so nothing burns. Before I add the bread in, I'm going to actually put some stuff in the oil. Just some salt, pepper, and maybe a tablespoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. Then toss the bread in. I'm going to spread these out, make sure they get a good sear on all of the sides. Once I've got it into a good single layer, I'm just going to put a little more oil on the tops and just top it off with some more onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. I'm just gonna let these cook until they get really crunchy and brown and beautiful. Look at that one. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a good one. As these begin to be done, you can just transfer them over to a paper towel lined plate just to drain that excess oil, because you don't want to eat any of that. Not delicious. Now for some fun. We're gonna prep the stuff we're gonna be putting on the grill. You're gonna be using a romaine heart for this recipe. It holds up really well on the grill. What we're gonna do with this to prep it is we're gonna keep the end on so it stays together on the grill. And we're just gonna cut it in half, lengthwise. So you have these two halves. Wash these out, you don't know what's in there. And then we're going to dry them off very well. Lightly coat them with some oil, salt and pepper both sides. These are good to go. Our chicken. Same thing, lightly oil them on both sides, salt and pepper, and we're good. So with the chicken, we're going to throw on the grill, cook it until the internal temperature reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit until the juices run clear. The lettuce, we're just going to kiss with heat. We're gonna put it on the grill, both sides. We wanna get more of a char on this side since this will be like the presentation side, but you don't want it to fall apart. So we're just gonna char it a little bit, wilt it a little bit, but take it right off. Don't let it fall apart. And here we go. We are all grilled up, a little crunchy, but it's soft. All that flavor is on there. The chicken is off the grill and it's rested, so we'll just chop it up and assemble. To plate, get yourself a fancy plate. Treat yourself to a nice looking dinner. You know it's gonna be delicious, and maybe you're on a date and you wanna show that person, wow, I know what I'm doing with our plate. Plate these up like so. Then the chicken. Time for dressing. Just give a nice little drizzle. And to top it, go in with your croutons. And you can finish it off with some shaves of Parmesan cheese. Whoops. I mean, if this doesn't make you look fancy, I don't know what will. And you're done. Look at that. That is a meal. This thing weighs 1,000,000 pounds too. Like, very delicious. You've got all the good stuff in here. That lettuce is soft but crunchy but smoky from the grill. And you've got all those yummy croutons and that juicy chicken. It's super good. Here you go. You will feel full, you'll feel satisfied, but most importantly, you will feel no guilt about what you had for dinner. Enjoy. Bon appetit.